David Wong, tutti fucking fruity.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's David from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. Right there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. You click it, you can become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and tracks we react to, so click the damn link. And with that being said, we're here today to give you guys a spoiler review for Godzilla Minus One. Now, the biggest reason I'm doing this is because everybody and their mama keeps saying, hey, let me know. Is there two Godzillas in the movie? Is it Godzilla fighting another monster? Is there something else in there? Like, is there something that they're hiding from us? I saw the little Godzilla symbol, and it does look like there's another monster in it. And I'm here to tell you, absolutely not. Godzilla is the only person in this movie. He's the only creature in this movie. It's Godzilla versus the villagers, right? But here's the thing, though. When you watch this movie, you're going to appreciate the fact that Godzilla and human beings are fighting. And when you look into it into a deeper aspect, it's a bunch of people that just came back from World War II, right? And a lot of these people were like, the main character was shamed because he was a suicide pilot, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do as a kamikaze pilot. And what ends up happening is that he's shamed by his people. He's kind of shamed by the people around him. So towards the end of the movie, he gets like this kind of retribution, sort of. Now, the cool thing about it, which is the one thing about the ending, though, that I would say that I didn't mention in my previous review, is that I kind of saw the ending coming, right? You have a lot of these characters that have been through war, and they've seen the death that wars can cause. They're not going to wish death upon each other. They want each other to live. They want each other to push themselves forward and to be the next generation of Japan. And that's what the plane mechanic wanted for our main character. I kind of knew that he was going to tell him, like, yo, there's an ejector seat, because when he was kind of examining the plane, he looked in the back, and I looked at you saw the back of the plane. It kind of looked like there was an ejector seat. So I kind of knew that that's where he was going with this. And I believe that the letter or the package that he left the lady next door to take care of the daughter, or his adopted daughter, was strictly in case, like, Godzilla swats him and then kills him and he doesn't survive. It's just like a what if. But the whole retribution arc about being afraid and then facing this concept of death, which is Godzilla. Because at first the concept of death was him being a kamikaze pilot and running away from it and then returning back to the island. Then he was faced with Godzilla, and Godzilla became like this physical manifestation of his fear, right? And he ended up running away from that because he didn't shoot Godzilla. And then he kind of started to face his fears when they were on the boat, and Godzilla popped out and he shot the bombs in Godzilla's mouth, and he did damage to him. So it became this idea that Godzilla was this fear that he needed to overcome. And then the dialogue with him and his soon-to-be wife at the end, it kind of solidified that. But I want to say this for those of you that have seen the movie. Did you notice something on her neck at the end of the movie? Like something that was on her neck, it looked like a venom symbiote. I want to know if that was something like saying like either she got marked by Godzilla. It kind of reminded me of like the humanoid forms that were at the end of Shin Godzilla, if you guys are familiar with that. It felt like the next evolution, or it felt like she was infected. Maybe it was just a burn mark, but I felt like they kind of zoomed in on her neck a little bit so that you can see that. Also, with Godzilla's regeneration ability, at the end of the movie, you have the little cutscene where it's like this little cell or this little piece of flesh from Godzilla, and it starts kind of regenerating. It reminds me of, did you guys watch Dragon Ball Z when Cell blew up? And then he's like, yes, and then I was in space, and all I needed was one of my cells in order to regenerate. And then he had that little white thing, and it was like, and it starts regenerating. And he's like, then I noticed that I had more abilities. But anyway, that's beside the point. But yeah, so that scene alone lets us know that we're going to get another Godzilla movie afterwards. And me personally, I am all for it, because this movie had some of the most interesting characters that I've seen. Now, the thing is, can lightning strike twice? Can we do this again? Can we run it back again? Right, maybe we can, but you have to make sure that the storyline's on point because it's going to be hard to kind of top this storyline, in my opinion. It was a really good storyline. You had my man came back from World War II, shamed, and then now he's trying to come back. And you have these three characters who are technically supposed to die, right? All three of them became intertwined by some act of faith. He was supposed to die in World War II. She was supposed to die in a freaking explosion, but she was survived by her parents. Her parents told her to live, and then the mother of the daughter wanted her daughter to live, so she begged her to take her daughter. Right. So you have these three characters who they're all their will is just to live. Their will is just to survive. And the main character, he's the only one that has like this thing, like where he just doesn't know. Like he felt like he did something wrong by surviving. He's the only one that's conflicted about surviving. The girl's not conflicted. Obviously, little daughter ain't conflicted, but he's the only one that's really conflicted about it. And let's talk about this scene because I couldn't talk about the other one, but one of the best cinematic moments in this damn movie was when Godzilla hit you with that atomic breath for the first time. And when he hit and she pushed his ass into the little corridor, she took that whole explosion. Man, that shit was heartfelt. Like that was so heartfelt. That sacrifice felt real, authentic, and organic, right? Because this lady's over here talking about, I ain't gonna be no wife. I ain't gonna be this dude's wife. We just live together or whatever, right? And she's thinking like he's never gonna like take that next step with her. He's never gonna take her serious, so on and so forth. And for her to sacrifice herself like that, it showed you that there was something deeper there. Because I honestly believed her when she said that she wasn't looking at him like that. I honestly thought she was for real, like she really meant that shit. But when she did that, I was like, oh, okay, there's a deeper thing here. She like you. She's just trying to play like she don't like you because she feels like you're not ready because you got your own little demons that you're fighting with. But that scene where he sat in the street and he screamed, even though that scream to me was a little awkward because like, again, you're watching something from another country. You're probably not used to like the way that things sound. So to me, it just sounded kind of funny. But I felt the pain coming from him when he sincerely thought that she died. And you had all of that black soot just raining from the sky, and you see the freaking mushroom cloud from when Godzilla hit. Like the thing about Godzilla's atomic breath in this movie is you can tell that this shit is for real. Whenever he shoots this damn thing, it's meant to cause huge, massive destruction, like hands down. But I gotta say, man, I really enjoyed this movie thoroughly. Like, and to find out, what my wife said, she knew that this was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen. When he found out that his wife was really alive, and it kind of gave the movie more purpose. If you get what I'm saying, like it gave it more purpose for it to be moving forward and for him to live. Because at first I'm like, dude, you got the little girl. Like, of course, that's like you should be trying to live for her. But then to actually have a family to go back to that he wasn't even aware that she survived. I thought it was really cool that he was able to go home and be back with his family, and we had like a real legit happy ending. Because I was bummed when I thought she died because she was a good character, and I was like, damn, dude, did they have to kill her? Like that sucks. But she survived. She took that whole blast full on, took that shit like a champ. I'm pretty sure she got radiation poisoning or something, but I don't know. This movie was fantastic. I can't say it enough. What you guys should definitely go check it out whenever it hits the movie theaters in America. I believe it's December 1st. Put it in your calendars. Go ahead and mark it. I kind of want to go see that shit on a big ass screen, but it's okay. I've already watched it. I want to save my money because I just need to start saving my money. I need to be smarter. But anyway, that's it. That's all I want to say. Anyway, that's my review, my spoiler review. Let me know what you guys think. If you have not seen the movie, what do you think of what I've said so far? If you have seen the movie, what do you think of what I said so far? Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys have a magnificent day. Adios, homies.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the cinema chop shop.
The funeral is about to begin.